been almost 2 years ever since I started posting videos about me learning Norwegian, and in those 2 years I got asked quite a lot of questions. Some of them actually repeated themselves, so I had to answer those questions multiple times in the comment sections. But to have all those questions just like being listed in a video so you guys can just take a look, watch it, and maybe find the answer to one of your questions, I decided to gather all of the questions and answer them all in this video. First one is, where am I from? Quite a lot of people were curious about it, where I'm originally from. So just to clear everything out, I am born and raised in Austria, in Vienna to be specific. Parents are originally from the Philippines, that's why I don't look like an Austrian girl. That's why people might get it confused when I say I speak also German. I started learning Norwegian maybe around 2017, and ever since October 2020 I moved to Norway. It's been more than 2 years and I'm still here in Norway, Oslo. I watched your videos and I know that you're a nurse. What are you doing now in Norway? That's correct. In one of the videos I specifically said that I am actually a nurse. I studied in Austria. My bachelor degree actually gets accepted here in Norway. I only had to register myself as a nurse at Helsedirektoratet. And after waiting a few weeks, I think, it didn't take that long, I got accepted as a nurse and finally got my license to work as a nurse, what I'm doing actually right now. Did you take Norskprøven? No, I have not. So for you who don't know, Norskprøven is basically like for English the Cambridge certificate, or for French DELF. It's just an exam where you get tested in your listening, reading, writing, and what else? And speaking. Yeah, speaking skills. Or they're going to evaluate which level you are in your language journey, if you are A1, A2, B1, B2, or even C1, C2. And I have thought about it, about taking the test, but because I was so occupied with work and I did not study religiously as I did before, I didn't feel ready to take the test. If ever I want to take the B2 test, I think it's B1, B2 test, maybe it will happen this year, maybe around September, October, when they have their next exam during fall season. We'll see. I am not 100% sure yet. How long did it take you to become fluent? How long have you been studying Norwegian? Did you find it difficult? So this is a big question. How long did it take me to become fluent? Honestly, I wouldn't say that I'm fully fluent yet. I understand maybe 85% of what I hear in conversations, and I'm able to speak maybe a little bit less than 85%. It's always like that. You always are able to understand things better than you actually speak it. In my case, how long did it take me? As I said in the beginning, I started learning maybe around 2017. And during that time, I was just using free apps on my phone. And once I found my interest in Norwegian, I decided to actually invest money in books to figure out more about the grammar. When I arrived here in Norway, that was October 2020, I would say I had already an A1 level. And when I started working, I started with my B1 course. That took me October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. And during the time when I was working, I was good enough to talk with my colleagues, good enough to talk with my patients. Being exposed in a situation where I had to speak in Norwegian all the time, that was the key. I had no other choice than trying to express myself in Norwegian. And whenever I did not know what a word was in Norwegian, I just simply asked my colleagues, and they were so kind, so helpful. They were very understanding about my situation, were just patient to explain everything to me. And did you find it difficult to learn Norwegian? I won't say it was difficult in that sense. Since I was interested, like generally interested in learning Norwegian, it was more like of a hobby of me learning Norwegian. What I'm basically trying to say is, even though learning any language comes with its difficulties, it did not hinder me to continue with it. Seeing my progress in my old videos really motivated me to keep on going. And but I have to admit, improving my listening skills was without any doubt the one I struggled the most with. That took me a long time to finally understand actual conversations. Where do you join online classes? Can I join from another country? How much does it cost? Those online classes that I took are all based in Norway. The first one that I found on the internet was alfaskolen.no. The original course that I signed up for was actually an in-class course, so I was supposed to go to school, be in a classroom with other students, but since it was during the pandemic, it turned out to be a Zoom class. That's where I started with my A1.2 course and continued with A2. After finishing my A2 course, I wanted to continue with my B1 level, and that's where I found Speak Norsk online. They have different options to choose from. I decided to choose a B1 online course, which meant that I purchased a bundle with everything that is needed to be classified as a B1 student. The bundle includes, for example, their self-made grammar books, exercise books, which can be printed out. They have all of those videos you can watch where they explain grammar points and giving you afterwards exercises to practice what you have learned. And when you finish like 50% of the course, you will be given a short test. After passing that, you can continue with the second part, and at the end of the whole course you will have a big exam with around 90 questions, I think, where you get asked about everything you have learned during that course. And after finishing the course and the exam, you will be given a certificate where it says that you actually completed the course. And from there you can continue with B2 or C1. They have different types of bundles, so you can actually just check it out on their website to see what fits you in your situation. And if you are actually based in Oslo, then you can also enroll for their in-class courses. They have like tons of courses, and as far as I know, they also offer Spanish courses now. And the other question was, can I join from another country? Yes, actually you can, especially when I was at Alpha School. Those were actually classes with a teacher and everything was in Zoom. And as far as I remember, there were people from Mexico, from Poland, Germany. You just have to deal with the time difference, but other than that, you can join. How much does it cost? It is a bit pricey since it is a course where you are provided with a teacher. It costs a couple of €100, but if you're willing to pay for it, you will actually get what you need to succeed in your language learning journey. Once you're actually sure that you want to learn a language, I would highly recommend to attend a course online or in class. It doesn't matter. If you are a bit low on cash, then I would just suggest the online courses where you purchase a bundle. Those are a bit cheaper, and some of them are actually like lifetime accesses. Once you buy the bundle, you will have access to it forever. It doesn't expire, so you just have to be careful which one you pick. If you pick lifetime access, then you're good to go. Then I would purchase that one. Any resources on how to learn Norwegian? Books, PDF files, apps? For me, once you have developed an interest for a language, start off with something that's free, that doesn't cost anything, and then figure out if you actually do like the language. And once you're actually sure that you want to invest money into it, then you can purchase maybe books. Me as a German-speaking person, I found this book in Austria. It's called Et år i Norge. I love this book. This book includes everything. It has all types of chapters. It's included with like vocabulary and a dialogue, exercises, grammar explanations, and little tests in between. And it is given with the solutions, of course, at the back, and comes also with a CD, like a listening CD. So this one was the best purchase I could have made. It wasn't too expensive, and it actually answered most of my grammar questions, to be honest. Duolingo is nice for beginners, but once you are becoming more curious about how to structure a sentence, or why do you use this word and not this word, or whatever, it's good to have a book that has the grammar in it. And everything is explained in German, so for those who don't speak German, this is kind of a hassle maybe. This one is in German as well. It's Norskprøven. It's for A1, A2. It comes with 2 books. One is like the course book and one is the exercise book. I purchased this because I joined a Norwegian course in Austria. Yeah, they did actually had a course, and it was required to buy these books, and honestly it was kind of a waste of money because we didn't do much in these books. I'm sure it's a good book. It also comes with a CD as the other one, but it's not purely in German. It's like the first few lections are in German, and then as you go on, it actually becomes only Norwegian. So they expect you to actually become more confident with the language, that you understand the instructions in Norwegian. And if you want one that's completely in Norwegian, then I can recommend you these ones. Povei also comes in 2 books, one the exercise book and one the like course book. Yeah, these are in Norwegian, so everyone who speaks a different language in Norwegian can buy these, I think, because everything is in Norwegian, so you have no choice than learning Norwegian. These were also nice. I bought these books while I was attending the A1, A2 course from Alpha School. It does not come with a CD. They do explain grammar points and all that. So for everyone who wants to have some sort of books in their hands and while learning Norwegian, then I would recommend these ones if you don't speak German. Besides the books, I also have this website that I can recommend you. It contains other websites where you can learn Norwegian and apps. You know, Duolingo is the one I can recommend you for free. You can upgrade to Super Duolingo as far as I know, and Mondly, as far as I remember, it was for free. I'm not quite sure if it costs something right now. I think it does, but you can just check it out for yourself. If you guys know of any other apps that you would recommend to learn Norwegian, then you can just maybe leave them in the comment sections for the others to read. Is your fiancé Filipino-Norwegian? As you may have noticed from some of my videos, yes, I do have a partner, and yes, he is Norwegian. He is Filipino, born and raised in Norway. He's basically the reason why I started learning Norwegian. It's been more than 2 years now with him living in Norway. So it's kind of funny now looking back how I'm now able to talk to him in Norwegian, like having conversations with him in Norwegian. We still talk mostly in English since we are used to English ever since we started dating like 7 years ago. But it's a mix now. Like you can hear Filipino, English, and Norwegian here in our apartment, and sometimes a bit of German because he talks a little bit of German. What was most helpful to learn sentence structure and to use it intuitively? I have to say, besides of taking courses where you have a teacher, it is also important that you surround yourself with the language, meaning in your phone settings, set your phone into that language that you're learning. In my case, I switched it to Norwegian. It was difficult in the beginning, but you can get used to it. When you are more exposed to it, you will actually figure out, okay, this means that. Just try it out, try it for a few days. If you really are not able to use your phone after that, then okay, maybe switch it back. But other than that, Disney Plus has this option where you can change your subtitles Like for example, I started off with Mulan. There is actually a Norwegian dubbed version of Mulan with subtitles, and even though I didn't understand everything, it was enjoyable for me to watch it because I was like, oh my gosh, that's how it sounds like in Norwegian. And then I continue with Baymax, Pocahontas. But having Norwegian subtitles in general is actually very nice. You might not listen to Norwegian, it might be still in English, but you read everything in Norwegian, and that's where you actually get to see, okay, how is this sentence written in Norwegian? And you can see like the translation of it. It might not be like one to one, but it's still the same meaning. Here in Norway, they show all types of TV shows like How I Met Your Mother, The Big Bang Theory in English, but with Norwegian subtitles. So that was, for me, a way to actually get some reading done. And other than that, you can listen to Norwegian podcasts. There are tons of them. Konspirasjonspodden or Norskprøven. And the last question, what's my username on Duolingo? I've showed it already once in one of my videos, but I will tell you again. Sam226713. So that's my username. You can add me on Duolingo and I can follow you back. So those were the most frequently asked questions that I've gathered from my comment sections from all of my videos. So I'll guess I see you again. Until next time. Hada! Okay, submit my answer. Oh! Oh my gosh! I only made 2 mistakes? What? No